Good day to all of you. Myself, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Associate Professor in Physics, Government Dogar College, Bikaner. Today, we are going to discuss the problem of potential strip and rectangular potential barrier, which we already done in last two videos. I found a very good chapter on potential strip and rectangular potential barrier and few important questions and related problems are given in this chapter. So you must go through this chapter and try to understand it. Okay? Sketching in one dimension. Sketching is one dimension is explained here how problems are in free state, bound state, scattering states are possible. First problem is given. Find the reflection and transmission coefficient for a particle of energy E greater than V0. From left on the potential vertical step. Okay, Vx equal to 0 and Vx equal to easy. For reason second. We already done it. Psi 1 equal to this, psi 2 equal to this because d equal to 0 because there is no reflection boundary in second region. Solutions and applying the boundary conditions, we calculate B by A and C by A. By using these expressions we can calculate reflection coefficient, transmission coefficient R plus T equal to 1. Classically there is only R equal to 0 and T equal to 1 if it greater than V0, but quantum mechanically there is finite possibility of reflection if we E greater than V0. Okay. What does it mean that R greater than 0 when E greater than V0? For a single particle, it means that a portion of the wave function is transmitted and a portion of wave function is reflected. Okay. Postulate 4 says that you can calculate the probabilities for finding the particle in region 1 or 2 from the probability amplitudes, but can do no better. If you look, you will find the particle in either region 1 or region 2 per postulate 3, and the measurement will have the state vector in the eigenstate corresponding to the location that you measured per postulate 5. The probability of finding the particle in other region is then 0. It is explained here. Notice that the particle will have a longer wavelength and thus less momentum in region 2. Since the energy relative to the fluid of the potential is less in region 2 than 1. Classically, it can be also explained. You just read it, you easily understand. Question 2. Calculate the amplitude C of the transmitted portion of the wave function in terms of coefficient A for the vertical step potential of problem 1. Show that the ratio C by A square is not equal to T from problem 1 because velocity in second region is changed. Okay. Rectify the discrepancy between part B and the result of the problem. So C by A square equal to this and this is not equal to this because velocity in second region is changed, V2 and V1. If V2 and V1 are same, that this is okay, but V2 is different from V1 and it is already done by us in previous lectures. Okay. So the reflection coefficient is okay, B upon A, because in region 1 velocity is same, but in region 2 this is not same. Okay. Determine the transmission coefficient for particle E less than V0. you can done, and this is known as barrier penetration or tunnel. Classically, this is not possible, but quantum mechanically, there is finite probability. Here, the problem is converted into potential barrier because the boundary is confined by this condition. Okay, this is the problem of potential rectangular potential barrier because V0 is from minus A to plus A, and if magnitude of x is greater than A, then it is 0. That means on left side and on right side it is 0. So this is problem for rectangular potential barrier. So here we see that if the energy of the particle is less than the height of the strip and the potential plateau is of finite length, the particle incident from the left can appear on the right side of the barrier. This is a non-classical phenomenon known as barrier penetration or tunneling. Classically, if a ball is rolled up a ramp of height h with kinetic energy k, the ball will roll back down the ramp if k less than mgh. A quantum mechanical ball has a non-zero probability that the ball would appear on the other side of the ramp in the case k less than mgh. Okay, so this is explained by a classical example. Now we know that now you have three regions: 1 x less than minus a, minus a2 plus a, x greater than a, three equations a, b, c, d, f, z. Here you see that in second region, in first and second, okay, because in first and third v equal to v0 equal to 0, and equations are simple harmonic equations and solutions are a e raised to iota kx plus b e raised to minus m equals same. But in second region, because e is less than v0, okay, hence kappa small k equal to, you just change the symbol with alpha so you don't confuse with alpha k and kappa. Okay, so in your book the notation is taken in place of kappa is alpha, under root 2m v0 minus e upon h bar. Okay, but in third region there is no boundary of reflection, so z equal to 0. Okay, because coefficient of an opposite directed incident wave and therefore is not physical. Apply the boundary conditions. There are four boundary conditions, four equations: x equal to 0, at x equal to 0, psi 1 equal to psi 2, d psi 1 upon dx equal to d psi 2 upon dx, at x barabar minus a, okay, x equal to minus a, psi 1 equal to psi 2, and d psi 1 upon dx equal to d psi 2 upon dx, and at x equal to plus a, psi 2 equal to psi 3, and d psi 2 upon dx barabar d psi 3 upon dx. By using four equations, you calculate the coefficients c by a, d by a, z by f, not z by f upon a. Okay, so you can calculate these constants by using boundary conditions and by using the a upon f square. That means that the reciprocal of this ratio f upon a square is given by transmission coefficient. a reflected and transmitted particle with the same height above the floor of the defined potential. So the transmission coefficient is the ratio of probability density of the portion of the wave function which goes through a barrier represented by f square, and the incident probability density is given by a square. Incident a square and transmitted this, that means transmission coefficient is given by f upon a, that means a upon f reciprocal of this, and it is given by T inverse equal to 1 plus V0 square upon 4e V0 minus e sine hyperbolic square bracket 2a upon h bar square under root 2m V0 minus e bracket closed, which is more pleasing and compact expression than T that still indicates T not equal to 0 in E less than V0. Okay, for region x greater than a, psi equal to this, z equal to 0, psi x equal to this. There are three regions, two boundary conditions, x बराबर minus a, x बराबर plus a. Okay, so there are two equations in 5 unknowns, a, b, c, d and f. Okay, now applying the boundary condition for derivative d psi upon dx. So again we have two equations, x equal to plus a and x equal to minus a. Okay, now we have four equations, and solving these equations you can calculate easily. You do these calculations, okay, you already done in your UG third year class, and it is given very quite well in this book also, so you can do easily. These expressions are fully explained and given. Transmission coefficient, again same thing, is calculated here, a upon f square equal to given by this. What is a upon f? T inverse, that means T equal to reverse of this, inverse of this expression. Determine the transmission coefficient for a particle of E equal to V0. Okay, rectangular potential barrier. What happens if E equal to V0? Okay, reciprocal of the transmission coefficient, what becomes equal to V0? This is 0, and what is T inverse? You just calculate it, and it becomes 1 plus 2me upon h bar square. That means this is a constant. M, E, H bar, A, all are constants. Constant solution. That can be seen from the Schrodinger equation also. Okay. For E equal to V0 wave number, functions are given, four equations, and if we solve this, so you can easily calculate it. This is T inverse. Okay. This is not given in your third year book or MSc book, so do it carefully, and it is a very easy solution. You can calculate easily. Show in the limit E tending to V0 from below that the results of problem 3 and 4 are E tending to V0. If we take the limiting case, so it can be shown when in limiting case sine hyperbolic x is approximately x. This is x. Okay. Now rearranging this or solving these two parts, we have this. Now we know that E equal to V0. Okay. So this becomes directly T inverse equal to 1 plus 2 upon F1 square. Now the part E greater than V0. What happens if E greater than V0 on a rectangular barrier of width 2a? How 2a? Minus a2 plus c. So the width is 2. So the problem is that a particle of energy is incident on rectangular potential barrier of width 2a. Solve for the value of transmission coefficient and locate the position of the maxima and minima in terms of wave number. Plot transmission coefficient versus barrier width for a particle of constant energy and variable barrier width. Locate the positions of the maxima in terms of particle energy. Plot transmission coefficient versus particle energy where E greater than this, and barrier width is fixed. Now this problem introduces a phenomenon of resonance spectrum. At a certain value of particles, wave number or energy, there is a 100% of transmission and no reflection. Okay. Part A should be illustrate resonance scattering for a particle of fixed energy and a barrier width that is varied. Part B illustrates the same phenomena where particle energy is varied and barrier width is fixed. Start with an intermediate result of the problem. 10. 1 upon T equal to this. Okay. Here 2A equal to this, and if you are using, then transmission coefficient is given this. And part B is likelier, easiest if we started from this. Again solve for T instead of its reciprocal. This plot is more difficult because the incident variable E appears in 5 places including the square root of the sine square term. The important part of this graph in the shape, if you do not have access to commercial graphing package, try to imagine that the graph should look like and skip the solutions. You should find the maxima at E equal to this. This result is closely related to infinite square value that is given in next chapter. So problem A 1 upon T is solved. How T equal to 1 occurs? When sine square 2k2a equal to 0 and condition 2k2a equal to n pi, that means 2a equal to n pi upon k. In this situation, T becomes this. And in terms of particle energy, you can calculate T equal to, because what is T is inverse of this expression. And how maxima occurs? You know that this term should be n pi for maximum, because for pi sine is 0. Okay. Hence, what becomes energy? Equal to this. Which are the energies that are closely related to the eigenfunctions of a particle in infinite square well? The resonance scattering is the circumstance where 100% transmission occurs. Show in position space delta psi dash equal to q upon h bar square limit epsilon tending to 0 minus infinity to infinity dx psi x dx equal to is the general value of discontinuity in the first derivative for an infinite function. and calculate the value of discontinuity in the first derivative for a particle interacting with potential null Vx equal to. So you can calculate the relation for any kind of value of V. Here we are taking the value, okay. Calculate the reflection coefficient if Vx equal to minus alpha delta x, okay. So you just take the value V equal to Q1, and after solving this you can easily calculate it. So do these numericals also, that is also important for your NET exam. Practice problems are given, numerical problems are given, then you can do question number 9 for assignment. You can calculate it easily. Now determine the transmission coefficient for a particle if E greater than. From the left, similarly E greater than V0, solution of second region also becomes simple harmonic motion like part, and now the transmission coefficient you can calculate easily. Same conditions, E tending to V0. It is given in the last pages as a homework solution, and you can easily calculate. If a particle of E greater than V0 approaches a negative vertical step potential, and what will happen if the potential is negative? That is finite square well potential. Finite step potential, finite negative vertical step well potential. Okay, this we do in next lecture. So this is a very good chapter. Okay, so read it carefully, all questions, and try to understand. This is very helpful for your competitive exam, NET and IAS also, and the explanation given in this article is also helpful for your MSc Physics. Okay, thank you to all of you.